This is my Oscar moment, so I'm going to milk it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Harris. Thank you, Patchwork Foundation. Thank you to all of you. You are all phenomenal, and you must remember that. Did I prepare a little something? I've made a few notes. So really, I should have invited my mum. She's going to kill me that I didn't invite her to come. But it really is humbling and an honour to receive this award because, as many people say, we come here, we do our work, we do 101 things, and we don't expect to get rewarded for it. Sometimes just being an MP is reward enough. And I know lots of MPs have come in and, and they've talked about their Snapchat and Instagram, trying to get down with the kids. So all I can say is 2 and 2 is 4, minus 1 is 3, quick maths. Today I was at the Women and Equality. Some people won't have got that, but never mind. Today I was at the Women and Equality Select Committee, and they were asking me about what do I want to see in this place and what are the barriers to women and people getting in here. And I said, what I would like to see in this place are more rubbish women. And, there was a little bit of confusion. And I said, well, that's when we've achieved real equality, when we have as many rubbish women in this place as we have rubbish men. That's when we know. Because too many times you have to be better than. How many times did my mum tell me I've got to be twice as good, I've got to work twice as hard? Well, you should just have to work just as hard. You shouldn't have to work twice as hard or be twice as good to achieve the same. It's not fair. Unfortunately, that's still life and that's still the reality of what goes on, but it's not fair. I want to thank Mr. Speaker. He is an amazing Speaker of the House, and he allows us to push this place forward. He allows us to push the barriers that haven't been pushed before. Last year, we celebrated the UN Day of the Elimination of Racial Discrimination for the first time. It's been going for many decades. For the first time, we were allowed to acknowledge it in this House because of Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. There's been a few campaigns that I've run this year that's been really kind of close to my heart. One of them is Tribunal Fees, because when you're in the workplace and you face some form of discrimination, the cornerstone of our democracy is justice. And when you have to pay to access justice and you can't, it's not fair. And we need a fairer society. So I'm so glad that's been overturned and the Supreme Court has said it's unjust and now everybody has to be paid back their fees that they paid. And for all those people who have faced discrimination and unable to take a case to a tribunal, I want them to have their voices heard so we know. The other thing is British Sign Language. Now, the deaf community and the hard of hearing community deserve to be heard. They deserve their place at the table. Equality is equality. Don't ever think that you supporting or sticking up for somebody else takes away your rights as an individual. It doesn't. It doesn't matter if they're a different gender, doesn't matter if they're a different race, it doesn't matter what sex they are, it doesn't matter if they're gay, bisexual, it doesn't matter. Equality is equality. We have to fight for a fairer society. That means you fight for everybody. And so I want to donate my award today to the deaf community. Thank you very much.